What is going up, guys? I hope everybody's having a great day today. We're going to be talking about the top 3 stocks that I am buying this January. So it is January 8th, so it is a little bit already, over a week into January, but there is still a lot of time left in it. So I thought you guys could definitely gain some value from this video here. But alright, so the first stock that I am looking at here is Apple. Apple is obviously one of the largest companies out there. And as you guys look here, in this past 20 days, we've had a high of $233. Just an incredible run up. And then look what happened. We had a sell-off to a low of 142. So that is almost a $100 drop per share over the course of roughly, a month. So you guys can see, let's pull up the time frame. So it is the 1 year mark. So let's pull up the 20 days just so you guys can see it a little clearer. So we had a high of 175 the past 20 days and just a slow sell-off. Some rebounds, but overall just some sell-offs. So as we approach this 200 moving average line right here, this is where I am going to look to buy for that break over, just because if it breaks over, really there's no moving average resistant points in sight other than this resistance here at 158 and some at 168. But if the bulls start catching the stock, it will shoot up a crazy amount. So it is up roughly 2% today. So let's zoom in here a little more. So if we start getting some push up here, we'll definitely have a lot more sellers coming in. But if it breaks over, all those short sellers will be squeezed out, and we should get a push all the way up to at least 160 possibly. But yeah, so Apple, very, very large company. And they're obviously the largest company that I'm going to be talking about on this video here. But alright, so let's jump into stock number 2, AMD. AMD is killing it. AMD is killing it. So as you guys can see, I personally went long over the break of $19. So over the break of this 200 moving average line and the this resistance right here, because as it broke over, we had some sort of consolidation, and then we had this push up even more. So as it broke over 19, I went long, and as you guys can see, it's definitely slowly making some cashola, which I love. So this right here is the 1 minute chart. So as you guys can see on the daily, it doesn't look too promising, but it is still up 0.73%, which is good. It's not terrible, but the sell-off is just probably just from it being a little overextended, which was about to come here. But the only thing that I am a little worried about is how it did not break over that 2134 area. That's where we had previous trouble in the past, and that's where it's having trouble again. So if it can't break over it, I'm gonna hop out of it. But the reason the reason for that is just because it has this resistance right here at 22, and if it can't break over that with momentum, that it won't break over that 22 mark. So that's why if it can't break over, I'll just hop out. And just that right there, whoops, wrong drawing tool, hold on guys. Alright, so in just that trade is putting me up a little over, if it can't break over that and I'm out at 20, it's just shy of 10%, and I bought, probably $1,000 or so worth of this stock. So it's doing pretty well for me. But yeah, so this was the number 2 swing trade for, or buy for the month. But all right, stock number 3 in the final stock, NIO. NIO is a popular car company here. So this one has slowly been creeping up, and as you guys look here, let's make this a little bigger here, just because this is the chart that I am, talking about, and I already have it preset saved. So let's make this like that. All right, so pretty much this past 20 days we've had just this sell-off from $8. So we know that there's a resistance area at $8, which very common, almost a whole number. It's $7.90. But as we started to have this fall, I realized that there was some let's hop out of this. Let's do this. There. That'll be a lot easier. Actually, that's just, what is going on? I accidentally clicked. I don't even know what that is. But so I just want to make this a little clearer for you guys. All right. Yeah, this will be fine. So let's go 20 days, 1 hour. All right, perfect. So, as you look at this stock, you will see it is declining. But one thing that you look for is as it breaks over this 200 moving average line, within, a couple of days, if it doesn't continue to push up, that it is going to fall. It's very simple. But as it broke over it here, we had a lot of things going for it. We had news on it. We had all sorts of stuff, and it literally just carried it with this 20 and 9 moving average line. It just pushed it up, and then it just sold off. I remember that day where it just sold off like crazy and dropped like a rock. So, and now it's just slowly been selling off, and it hit a low of $5.50 or $5.84, and then it had some sort of rebound, almost tapped this 200 moving average line, and then it kind of used that as some sort of resistance, and now it is pushing up. So as you look at this, it tried breaking over this 200 moving average line. It had a ton of buyers pre-market. That's what the issue was. If this was during market hours, we could have definitely had a lot more momentum push it forward. But since it was during market hours, all those traders who were most likely buying up here were sold some of their shares, or if they even bought them down here, they had a nice little profit and they sold. So that's where we had this huge red candles to come in. But why am I looking to buy it? I'll show you. So as we get closer to this 200 moving average line, almost every time that it's come and broke over it, we've had some sort of push up, and that push has been anywhere from 25 cents to almost a full dollar if you think about it, because almost 25 to 65 cents. So if we get a push above this and it's at 150, this 150 is going to act as some sort of support or resistance point. So if it breaks over with enough momentum, this 650 area will come new support, and then we could possibly get a push to 680, and that move will put us just shy of 5%, 4.5% almost. But so that is the trade that I'm looking to do on it. And what is the risk for that? Very small. So the risk is just going to be right under my stop loss, and the risk is going to be right underneath here. So it's going to be roughly 10 cents to make about 30. So 3-to-1 risk to reward, which is fantastic. So that's what I'm looking at for this, because it keeps coming closer, and then it pops and then fades, and then pops up here and then fades. So now as we have some sort of rebound, we'll have a lot more buyers actually looking for this buy point, and then I have a very strong feeling that we can get a push back up. Maybe not to $8, but definitely 30 or 40 cents I can see happening here. Also, as we look, let's go to a longer time frame. Let's go 1 year. So this is what you call a textbook support and resistance point. I've made swing trade after swing trade after swing trade on this stock. You know, as I first called out the new support at around 590, I bought in as it squeezed up here, consolidated, and I bought at around $6. And then that following day, we had just this huge squeeze, breaking through all these resistant areas, and I realized, okay, so I'm gonna set my stops at roughly, you know, $7, just because I'm almost up a full dollar. And then the following day we had another push all the way up to 834 or 837. And then so I literally continued to hold, thinking that it was going to push all the way up to this previous resistance at almost 950. But the next day it sold off, and I got out at around 750. But still, that was, you know, 23% move in the quarter of, you know, 3 or 4 days. But, you know, it's very, very, very easy trades on this stock. A lot of people underestimate it, thinking it's too risky. But, you know, look at this support. It's very, very called out. And the only thing that it did do is did do a little bit of a false breakout right here, but that really wasn't too bad for the downside. And it just caught fire again, tapped its almost previous resistance, faded, tapped it again, got a push up. Even this move right here is 8%. So if you guys got in, congrats. You know, almost tapped it again, 9% move. So now it's coming in on this 200 moving average line. So that's where I'm looking to go long if it can break over. Because if it can go long and push all the way back up to its highs, right there is, you know, 17%. If it comes to the previous resistance, is, you know, 17% or even 14. So 14%, and the risk could be setting it in between here. If the stops, if it falls below the 200 and the 20, you know, your stop loss in between, you know, 640. It's just a beautiful trade, guys. So those are the top 3 stocks that I am looking to swing trade this January, and I'm already have some in action. But those are my game plans, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please sure to like, subscribe, comment if you are new. Remember to always stay happy, stay positive, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week. So let's begin, you know, 2019 here on a strong note, and let's make some money this year, guys. Let's go.